Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I am finally gonna be getting into the Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2019 movie. And personally, I'm not super jazzed about reacting to this movie for the simplest reason because I've watched reactions to it. I watched Blind Wave's reaction to this movie, and for whatever reason, watching somebody's reaction in particular before watching the actual thing itself kind of kills any excitement or interest that I actually might have for whatever I'm watching a reaction of. So I feel like I've basically seen all the funnest moments and basically the actual good content of the movie already, and I don't really think there's gonna be necessarily much that I haven't seen that it's gonna be really exciting. Probably I'm gonna be proven wrong, but still, that's kind of the impression that I'm getting into this with. And from what I remember, it is a legitimately pretty good movie. It has a lot of fun moments, and I personally were interested in seeing a reaction to it, and back then even I guess reacting to it, because I think around the time when this movie was released, like it was obviously 2019. I think it was before I started my YouTube channel. The thing is, I remember that I was really excited about the way the turtles looked in the movie at the time. Not necessarily because I was super in love with their designs per se, but because they had a lot of vibes of the 2003 TMNT. And at the time, I don't think I had rewatched the 2003 series, so I was like really hungry for some 2003-esque TMNT content. Or more specifically, also like just hand-drawn TMNT content, because the 2012 TMNT was still in my head back then because I had watched it on TV when it aired, at least a little bit of it. So it was an exciting thing to see because it felt more like the kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I watched as a kid. And yeah, it was fun. And I'm excited to get into it to see whether I'm gonna still have that kind of perspective when it comes to the turtles in this movie. But yeah, I think overall I'm gonna be enjoying this movie quite a lot. But again, just because I'm more aware of what the movie is about and the things that happen in the movie, I feel like there's gonna be less room for excitement to really come up in a way that I don't see. Like, I don't really expect to be blown away by this movie. But still, you guys have been asking me quite a lot about reacting to this movie, and I've said that I will. So yeah, I gotta fulfill my promise. And yes, I will be reacting to the Rise of the TMNT movie as well. Let me finish the series before I get there, please. And also, I guess this is a good time to mention that once I am done with my reactions to the Rise of the TMNT series and my reactions to the TMNT 1987 series, I plan on doing a rewatch of the 2003 TMNT series, because recently I was remaking the thumbnails for the reactions that I have on my channel of the 2003 series, and in the process of doing that, I realized how many of those videos, basically all of season 1, 2, 3, and 4, are kind of unwatchable. Like, I don't feel comfortable watching them, but I feel like even people who are less picky about video quality than me are not really able to watch them because the audio is out of sync at times. The videos just look trash in general. So after consulting with you guys, I did a poll. You can still vote on it if you want. It's on my community page. So after asking you guys, you overwhelmingly voted for me to rewatch it on the channel. So I will be doing that, though I do want to finish the Rise of the TMNT series and TMNT 1987 series before I get to the 2003 once again, because I'm hoping that at least I maybe will get a different perspective of the 2003 series after having seen every other TMNT content, audiovisual content in existence, And don't worry, every other show that I'm covering on the channel will still be happening. Like, I'll still be doing reactions to Ben 10 as soon as I'm done with Generator X. That's just gonna be an additional thing to the main content, just like how the TMNT 1987 and Rise of the TMNT are in addition to my reactions to Full Metal Alchemist and Generator X. And I'm sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent here, but let's just get into the reaction, because there's like an hour and a half, which is about as long as all the other movies that I checked out, but still. But as usual, before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-on version of this reaction over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tiers I've created for it, you can get access to some or all of my full-on reactions, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, and movie full-on reactions. You can also just stick with the YouTube versions of these reactions, since I do my best to keep the most interesting parts of the reactions into the YouTube version, but there's always something that you might be interested in that will be available only in the full on. So yeah, you decide whichever way you want to go. But yeah, enough chit chat about things you don't give a shit about. Let's just get into what you're actually here about. That being my reaction to the Batman vs. the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie in 3, 2, 1. Due to the art style, this is gonna feel very much like watching Young Justice.
Thanks again for the tour. This
April?
is gonna be a guaranteed A+ on my paper.
Of course, Miss Gordon. We're always happy to show off our prototype.
No, it's
Oh, I
not
can
April. I
imagine.
guess
If
it's
the
from the...
generator is as
Oh,
powerful
it's
and runs as well as
Barbara,
reported,
I think her name is, like
change.
BATGIRL. It's kind of funny though how much she does actually look like April. And just like in the 2014 movie, the turtles are first shown in the shadows.
It all happened so fast.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot.
They're going to regret.
Another reason why I love this movie, and it's kind of similar to why I love the design, or should I say the look and the vibe of the turtles, is the fact that this Batman suit looks so much like the Batman that I grew up with, aka the Batman Brave and the Bold series. That's the Batman that I grew up watching. And it's a series that I will be reacting to at some point on the channel. But it's just, in a way, it just kind of feels to me like a crossover between Batman Brave and the Bold and the 2003 TMNT series in a way. Or at least kind of like spiritual successor crossover. I don't know who the voice actor for Batman is here, whether it's the same as in the the Brave and the Bold series, because I haven't watched it in English, but it would be cool if it is.
There are metahumans involved as well. Some kind of monstrous creatures.
Monsters? Certainly Gotham needs more of those.
I love that Batman costume, man. It's so good. Like, I feel like not enough spotlight is put on Batman in the blue suit. Like, it's always him in the black one. And sure, the blue one will probably look pretty goofy in live action. But in cartoons, it looks so much better in my eyes. At least this one in particular. Hey, I know that reference. That is reference from the opening of the 1987 series. That's it.
I always work late.
Yeah, we definitely are gonna get some really cool action in this movie. I know that for sure.
Now, who's ready to talk?
Where is he? Where is he? Show yourself!
It's cool how the turtles are fighting a Batman villain while Batman is fighting a turtle villain.
Do I look like a friggin' bat to you? What are they? We're aliens, brah. Spooky aliens.
Why are you shocked about them? Like, you live in a world of aliens and superheroes. Why would you be shocked about fucking green men who can fight with martial arts?
Time, Donnie. It's always the time for accuracy, Leo.
You know, it's kind of weird. I'm seeing mixes of basically all incarnations of the turtles. Ooh! Yeah, this might be the most brutal we've ever seen the turtles. Outside of the live action, modern duology, I guess.
He's got a gun umbrella. Let's disarm, then compliment him.
Okay, that sounded a little bit like 2003, Leo.
So, cretins. Gotham is bonkers, yo!
It's a shame he didn't do a transliterated insult like what we have with Shredder in the 1987 series. God damn, that action is sick. Hello, Shredhead. You know, if it's taken seriously, that design does not look that bad.
You picked the wrong battle, warrior.
Who are you? And why are you in Gotham?
Gotta say, not really sold on the voice actors for the Turtle side of things. I think the voice actor for Batman is pretty fucking good, honestly. But don't really like this Shredder. Ooh. I love how buff this Shredder is, though, I gotta say. Oh yeah, that's stupid bullshit. I kinda hate that MacGuffin that he can do in this one. It really kind of feels shoved in. Just for the sake of having a way to like have the battle be decided between those two, because they're so close in terms of power level that it's not like as obvious of a choice of who should win as it would be in maybe some other cases.
I don't know. Gotham and New York are pretty much the same.
Are you kidding? Does New York have mad blimps flying around for no reason? I mean, like, what are they for? I love them!
You know,
This was a
considering
total
how
waste
much
of time.
blimps are represented in fiction, it's kind of wild how we don't have them
They were
IRL.
going to rob Wayne Enterprises.
Like at all.
Clearly isn't.
Are you crazy? You could have killed them.
Ah, they're fine.
Did you know there was a dumpster there?
I might have.
Yeah. If it helps, the dumpster being or not being there really gives no guarantee they'd survive.
Doesn't help.
He's the knight. He's vengeance. He's Batman. Of course, we're gonna have to have a fight between the two of them.
Wild guess here, this might be his car.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, I feel like this is the closest we're gonna get to like a modern 2003 TMNT. Like a modern execution of that thing. I guess we also had the TMNT 2012 short that had the really cool art style. But like with the design and the coloring of the turtles here being so similar to the 2003 series, and with the obviously modern animation, this is the closest we would get to that. This is how it would look like if it was done today.
I think we should see other people.
But I don't like other people.
Aww.
Everybody run! There's a crazy guy in a bat suit who's trying to kill us. It's a talking toad! I know, right? Spooky
Admittedly, in this case, he does look a little bit toady with his head. Usually, I'm annoyed whenever somebody calls the turtles anything but turtles.
It's gonna take more than a jerk in a Halloween costume to shock me.
Okay. Taser level 7.
Uh-oh. You shouldn't have said that. Right in the nipples.
He thought too fast.
Whoever you are, you better back the hell away from my brothers.
You're such a cheat, Batman. You cannot fight without using your stupid belt.
It's Ninja Vanish time.
Man, I just so do not vibe with the voice actors for the Turtles. It is kind of ruining my enjoyment, if I gotta be honest. It just doesn't feel like the Turtles, you know? Batman feels like Batman, but the Turtles don't quite. They look like the Turtles, and Shredder looks like Shredder, but the voice actor is not really
The device.
that good. Like, the voice actors for the TMNT characters are so bland and just do not fit with the characters and what the characters' voices should be like.
Might not.
If it's a demonstration you want,
I mean, isn't Stockman already a demonstration?
don't worry. He'll live. Probably.
We are Legion. I have many more just like him.
Yeah, I never understand why people fucking follow people who clearly do not care about their lackeys like that. You know, one thing that bothered me when I saw the reaction to this movie all these years ago is how all of the mutated DC characters look more just like fucking animals rather than mutants, aka people who have DNA combined with animals. He literally just looks like an anthropomorphic wolf, not like a mutant wolf.
Oh, so he wears a Dracula costume and punches clowns. Who cares? The dirtbag stole my side.
Dracula costume? What kind of Dracula movies are you watching?
Look, all I'm
Is that a
saying
reference to
ever
that
since
Dracula
Shredder
movie
stole
that I
you,
have
it's
seen
alright,
with
came to
Batman?
Gotham. We know he's been working with a new
I don't
partner,
remember
right?
much about it, but I remember that it was kind of boring and kind of dark. Man, I really kind of dig the
Whether friend or foe,
body
he was at the scene of the
types
crime.
of the turtles being different like
And
this.
give me a minute. I think I've got an idea.
It is basically the same idea as what the 2012 TMNT were, but just in a hand-drawn form, not a CGI one.
Heard on the scanner that the police took in some of Penguin's men. Say they were jumped by 4 crazy frogs. I assume those were my lizard guys.
They're turtles. And the DNA on this weapon suggests they were mutated by an outside agent.
Look, I love being an amphibian as much as the next guy.
Amphibious, we're still reptiles.
Yeah, thanks for that. But you sure this cave leads anywhere?
Glad you asked.
Can you see
I
the
am
fucking
sure, actually.
tubes
I made a
on the
database of
wall
every reported
and the
man
lights?
sighting and ran it.
The Batcave. I never understood what's with the fucking dinosaur in the cave, because I'm pretty sure it was a thing in like the Batman Brave and the Bold series as well.
Ta-da! The Batman cave.
Like, the cave here definitely reminds me of the Batcave from Brave and the Bold.
This is pretty cool.
Nah, man. I live up here now.
You should listen to him.
Aww!
I love that reaction.
We didn't come here to fight.
Ow!
That's it. Grab him.
Let go! You let go, dude!
Listen, Shrimp, you don't want to do this.
Oh, yes, I do.
I trust him. Which Robin is this,
What
though?
is it with this kid?
Personally, my favorite Robin is the one that grows into Nightwing. Like, I think it was Dick Grayson. I don't think that was Dick Grayson in this one.
So, are we not gonna beat up these green losers?
It's not looking like it, no.
Then I may as well tell you
Said
that I
the
know
kid
exactly
in a
who Shredder and
dipshit
Foot are working
costume.
with.
The turtles definitely look far more badass than you. Sheesh. Man, this just makes me want to get an actual super brutal and gory TMNT iteration. Basically, an even edgier version of the 2003 TMNT. Scarecrow. Where's my electric car, Bruce?
You tried my patience.
I might react to that series at some point. It actually seems a really fun one, and it's really brutal and gory, so I definitely have an interest, but that's gonna be whenever I get to delve into DC cartoons in general. Right now I have other cartoons that I want to get
Don't let the
into.
mean old man bother you.
Yoo-hoo! Hey, over here! It'll just take a second. It's very important.
Speak.
You gotta come closer.
I guess even Shredder cannot resist young blondes.
Uh-huh. That's it. Just wanted to make sure my makeup wasn't smudging. Thanks, Mirrorhead.
I offer to cook a gourmet meal, but they want pizza.
Nothing beats pizza, dude. It's Mondo Awesome!
Oh no.
I love how dead inside he is. Oh no.
Your father taught you well.
Thanks. So, this League of Assassins seems just like your standard.
I love how they're pairing up the characters.
Hardly. Despite their name, the League would be better understood as a death cult, worshipping Ra's al Ghul.
We call it ooze.
Really? Ugh, I do not like that word.
Me neither.
Ooze.
Ugh.
It's just cringy.
Right.
It's
Shredder
a
gives Ghul
it's actually
ooze, they build some
corny.
kind of gizmo,
That's the
and in
word I'm
return,
looking for. It's
let me get
too
this straight.
corny.
Shredder gets...
I just can't
The
take it
Lazarus
seriously.
Pit. It's how Ra's al Ghul has survived for centuries.
It's Ra's al
Its
Ghul,
magic
not
grants
Racial
immortality
Ghul.
to any who bathe in it.
An immortal Shredder? That would... suck.
As much as the words immortal Shredder...
Yeah,
freak
it
me out, I
was
think
kind
Batgirl
of
and
bad.
I
It
solved
almost
all of our
led to the
problems.
destruction of the
With the
world.
info Donnie... I
Both
can tell that,
times
right?
in
By
the
all means.
2003 and
That
2012
Donnie had on his
series.
T-phone, I've
And
whipped
probably
up
in
electro
the Rise of the TMNT as well.
call it that. That will reverse the effects
Still haven't
of
gotten
the-
to that point.
You're gonna want to get that anti-ooze away from this happily mutated turtle.
Funny how in this
I agree
version
with the
Raph
turtle.
is happy
Go
to be
stand over there.
mutated, but in the 2014 movie, he wanted to potentially become human.
It must have been the Sato Oshi strike.
Oh, fuck off. Some
It's a
random
powerful
bullshit.
ninja technique that dates back hundreds of years.
Oh yeah, just
Said to be
wave your
created by
arms
the
like
founders of
this
the Foot
and
Clan.
then vibrate
It
them
focuses
and
all the
strike.
body's energy to a
Really,
single blow
really
and can prove
complex
as fatal
technique
to its
over there,
wielder
Leo.
as it is to the opponent. Because of that, it's been lost to history. Only 2 living ninja masters know how to utilize its full power.
Which
My father
ones,
Splinter
I wonder.
and the Shredder.
Dude, no!
Calling me dude is not helping your case, young Master Michelangelo.
Come on, old Master Alfred.
Oh, that's not how that works.
This isn't the time for pizza.
I totally don't understand that sentence.
No, it's not.
The bat signal. Robin, Batgirl, let's move.
Why does the voice
What
actor
about
of
that?
Batman sound
What do you mean, what
familiar?
about us? We're
Is
coming
that
with you.
fucking
Please,
Troy
no.
Baker?
I don't know Shredder and I don't know the Foot. Leonardo and his brothers are important assets. But
I gotta
not
check.
following
I
orders.
just gotta
This
check
is
right
still
now.
my city.
It is! It's fucking Troy! No, actually, Troy Baker is the Joker. My bad, I got a little bit too excited there. That doesn't even sound like Troy Baker, what the hell? Oh, he's both! He's both! Oh, that's sick!
Joker, who has been killed, by the way.
That's some really great range, I gotta say. And yeah, looking at this, it does seem like the voice actors for the Turtles are pretty fucking random.
What are those?
Teenagers, mutants,
Ninjas, turtles.
otherwise known as the Mad Dogs.
Someplace where the turtles don't talk and clowns are funny.
It's okay, Jim. We're
Clowns
friends.
have never really been funny in recent times.
Arkham.
I don't understand how they
Right.
ever were
When my
funny.
people
They're
tried
just
to move in, they were
creepy.
attacked by ninjas. Like
In
the
my
ones that
eyes,
have been knocking over
inherently creepy.
laboratories.
Last one there pays for pizza.
It's not a race. Now with that attitude, it isn't.
I like
I
Batgirl.
never said I didn't want to win.
Man, the Batman characters are so much more fun to watch than the Turtles. I'm sorry, I'm really disappointed by how annoyed I am by the Turtle interpretation of the characters.
Oh, fine. Dr. Harley Quinn.
You damn straight! 8 years of college, a 3-year residency, and he says nurse.
So what are you gonna mutate into? Gee. Again, it's a real shame the things that the way they mutate in this. Because they're clearly could have been something a little bit more creative, but it feels like they're just being animals. They're not mutating into mutants, except maybe Two-Face. But everybody else is just animals. Like, it just feels so much less interesting than the mutants that we get in, like, the 2012 series.
The bats have made some new best friends. So,
Man, she turned into a little, a real bitch.
Harley, what have they done to you?
The ooze. They must have injected themselves.
There'll be plenty of time to talk once you find Mr. J and our guests. He's got a whole thing planned. I don't want to ruin
He does look
it.
cute as a dog, though, I gotta say. And it's kind of funny to see this crazy-ass dog
Presumably
carrying
Shredder
this
and
hammer and
mutated
dressed
already
like
in
a
America.
clown.
Was this
It is
their
kind of
plan?
funny.
Mutate the villains and unleash them on the city?
I have a feeling this is just one part of the puzzle. And on top of that, even before they were mutated, these inmates were the deadliest criminals in all of Gotham.
If they were so deadly, there's an argument to be made about the
I was
death
kind of
penalty,
expecting
even though
a
I'm
pep talk.
in general against it.
That was the pep talk.
Go team!
I'll show you cool, child.
And he's got the lines down and everything? Dude's on point! Mikey! Ralph! Donnie!
It can't be a TMNT incarnation without Leo feeling guilty about losing his... Oh my god! Jesus! I love that! I love that so much! Oh, that feels straight out of the 2003 series.
That's right. Everyone is gone. And it's all your fault.
So as I was saying, it can't be a TMNT incarnation without Leo feeling guilty for not protecting his brothers.
Hey! Creature! Leave that kid alone!
Fuck you!
Nice work.
Thanks. Although I can't really take credit for the shell. That's more, you know, evolution.
Sure.
What's with Donnie and redheads?
God. You.
He sure seems to have a thing for them.
You have to focus. Fight it.
Damn, he looks badass.
The antidote to Crane's gas.
You know,
Should work.
as much as I like the distinctive designs based on the personalities of the turtles and everything, I do kind of wish that they actually still stuck to like a relatively average design. Like, in the case of this cartoon, the average design is Mikey and Leo. I think it's the same for the 2012 series. Leo and Mikey are the ones with like the normal bodies, while the other ones are with a little bit more different.
Worse, it's poison ivy.
Okay, Poison Ivy is also an actual pretty cool mutant. Because it actually looks like a mutant and not just an animal or a plant. She does remind me of Snakeweed a lot.
Wait, for real? She can't reach?
That's funny.
Walk around her?
Yeah.
So long, plant babe.
Plant babe. That's a cool one. Now that sounds a little bit more like Troy Baker.
And Shredder. That's it? Where's Raz? Where's Shredder? Why not? Joker, darling, I love what you've done with yourself. Honestly, Bats, I'm hurt.
Aw, don't pout, Puddin'.
I don't know how common it is for Joker to call Batman Bats in other incarnations, but that was something that I remember distinctively the Joker in the Brave and the Bold series calling Batman. So that could be another reference to that. Ugh.
That's weird and gross.
You had your chance.
My turn.
Holy shit. You know, this really feels like a DC movie that kind of just happened to include TMNT characters rather than a through crossover between the two. It's kind of disappointing. I wonder what he's gonna mutate into. Any guesses? Kind of a creepy bat.
A Batman?
I feel like I've seen that in the Brave and the Bold series though. I think it happened at one point. It's been a long time since I watched it, so I don't quite remember, but...
Selling the joke!
Ah, that hurts.
Look who it is, the boy Blunder. Looks like you.
Jesus! Man, when the focus is on the DC characters, I'm actually enjoying this quite a lot. Whereas otherwise, I feel like you've noticed that it's not that fun. But I'm gonna talk about it after the reaction.
You know, keep him from killing us.
Oh, smart!
Mikey! Batman, if this kills you, please don't become a bat ghost and haunt me.
Bad ghost. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Hello, BATGIRL. Love your boots.
Me too.
Smile.
Man, I love BATGIRL in this. She's so cool.
Mostly.
And now that we know
Like
that
her a lot.
works, we can give it to the Gotham police.
For the typical reasons why I like female characters in the shows that I cover. I like them and I want to be them.
Dude, I'm freaking out here. Did everyone else know that Batman is Bruce Wayne?
Yes.
I mean, you knew the Batcave was under Wayne Manor. I'm just saying, it's a lot to take in. Rich and cool. It's like leave something for the rest of us, guys.
Do we have any idea?
Yeah, please give us electric car, Bruce.
I don't know exactly how Joker makes his venom, but I do know where the components would be.
but you four are impulsive and you don't follow orders. I want you out of Gotham.
What are you talking about? They saved your life!
Father, look, it pains me to say this, but the Turtles saved you in Arkham.
Yeah!
They are valiant allies. Even the dumb one, Michelangelo.
Hey, not cool. Sitting up on rooftops, mumbling about how you're the only one who can stand up to evil in your own city. That's my whole deal. I love that stuff, and I totally agree that my brothers are annoying. Unbearably so sometimes.
Where are you going with this?
That's why. Every single time. I just get into more trouble and my brothers have to bail me out.
It's true, every time.
We're a family, and learning from your mistakes together is how a family works.
Don't care. Call Batmobile.
Let Mikey ride in the Batmobile, come on.
So many buttons. Can I please just...
Don't.
Press anything.
If you want to lose your hand, definitely press
You ride
something.
around in this thing on purpose?
Bossa Nova.
Yep. Oh, come on, should have beheaded him. That would have been really brutal. Okay, that works too, I guess. Jesus. That's kind of cool seeing the different ninjas work together like that. Oh, the shell cycle! Hell yeah! Ooh! This is how we roll. This is how you roll. This just do not look like mutants, man. It bothers me so much. Because it already kind of adds to the already generic feeling that this movie has that I do not like. Oh, that's sick.
Hey, Trunks! Don't forget to duck.
Cool, that was close.
I told him to duck.
Press some buttons.
I'ma hit all of them!
Oh, that's so satisfying.
I've always wanted to hit every button.
I guess you and Mike are not so different. Jesus.
Nice job.
A little bit too overexcited. Oh my god!
That was pretty cool, kid.
It really wasn't. Did you have to show it like that? Man, Shredder has literally not done almost anything in this movie. Once again, I'm telling you, this feels more like just a Batman movie.
Eager as always.
A pretty mediocre one as well.
Activate the machine.
That just features the
For this
turtles.
city to revert to its primal nature.
I wonder how different it is compared to the original like comic book story. And yeah, I'm sorry if my contrarian opinion, which I did not intend to be contrarian, is kind of annoying, but
And now nothing can
yeah.
stand in my way.
I'm sorry if I'm not enjoying this movie as much as some of you guys are. Or maybe as much as you guys hoped I would. Hell yeah. Oh, that's sick. That was a sick sequence there. Damn.
You, Flyman!
Oh, he was looking for somebody to fight. That's kind of funny.
Formidable abilities you may possess.
I surrender. I don't even work for the Foot. I'm basically a hostage. Don't hit me.
Oh,
You are a terrible disappointment.
yeah. Kind of sums up my opinions on this movie, honestly. Don't worry, I'll elaborate, and it's definitely not genuinely how I feel about it, but... No! Oh my god! Jeez. I kinda wish we had more of that brutality in this movie. So cool. Oh, I thought he was gonna stab him, man.
How? Foolish child. I'm hundreds of years old and have trained with the greatest teachers in history. How could you possibly know?
Yes.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm 16, and I learned this from a rat.
Man, it's kind of wild how whoever the voice actor for Leo is in this one, he manages to sound like all the goddamn incarnations, or at least the 2003 at a couple of moments and the 2012 at a couple of other moments. Without your stupid special move, you're nothing.
Any last words?
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
What? Cowabunga?
Why were you so shocked about that? Ooh, that hurts. Knock his teeth out.
This isn't my thing! You do machines, I'm the party dude!
Do more of that.
Mikey, whatever you did, keep doing it!
You're good at that. Man, for a second there, he looked a lot like the Mikey from the 2003 series. Yeah, but guys, that ooze, if this thing explodes, it's still gonna fall to like the ground, so I don't think you quite solved that.
There's nothing any of you can do to stop me.
Oh, there is. Bye-bye.
We have to get everyone out, now!
Who cares? Just leave him to die.
No way Shredder could have survived that.
Well, we've certainly counted him out before. Only to be surprised.
Sure, my handle online is Oracle.
Hmm.
Oh, I see you. Bow staffs are cool. Really?
They are. You're a tough little guy.
Huh.
I respect that.
He really does seem to have a thing for redheads, doesn't he?
It was an honor to fight with you. And your more frivolous brothers.
It's pizza time.
Hell yeah. I guess it does seem to be pretty closely followed when it comes to the adaptation of the story. I mean, I don't know. I guess that might be a bunch of different crossovers then. Anyway. Man, where do I even start with how I feel about this one? I admit it ultimately, I think it's my problem, like the issue why I didn't really enjoy this movie that much is definitely me, because I have seen reactions to this movie before, and for one reason or another, whenever I see something in a reaction, I never seem to enjoy it as much when I watch it for myself, or when I watch it, I guess, for a reaction. So that is definitely one of the reasons why I didn't really enjoy this that much. The other reason, like I said during the reaction, is that I just wasn't really vibing with some of the voice actors. In particular, I just wasn't vibing with the voice actors for the TMNT universe characters, because all of them felt mismatched and just kind of generic, I guess is one way to describe it, compared to the Batman villains and characters who felt more like they belonged in terms of playing those characters. Like Batgirl sounded like how I would expect Batgirl to sound like, even though I don't really have much experience with Batgirl. Batman sounds like Batman. Robin sounds like Robin. The Butler sounds like Butler. I forgot his name. Ra's al Ghul sounds pretty decent. The Penguin sounds pretty decent. Joker sounds pretty decent. Like, all of the Batman characters sound exactly how they should sound, whereas all the TMNT characters just kind of sound lame. There are glimpses here and there of some other incarnations, but by and large, they just don't feel like the Turtles. They feel just kind of bland. And I think it just really kind of reminds me like a feature-length version of those TMNT 2012 shorts that I checked out. But even then, it's kind of worse than those shorts, because I feel like still those shorts had more personality to them, and I feel like the voice actors in those, at least in some of them, felt like they had more personality and nailed the characters better. And I do think that by the end of this movie, they definitely got better in that regard. Like the voices felt like they fit more. So I think that's another reason why I don't really vibe with the voices, because they're new, obviously, and they're not necessarily as distinct as they have been in other incarnations. But yeah, it is what it is in that regard. I do like this movie visually. The DC art style, and in general, the art style of this movie is pretty good. Like I said earlier, I do like how much the Turtles remind me of the 2003 Turtles, with the general visuals that they have with their outfits and everything. Sure, their designs are kind of like a hand-drawn version of the CGI characters of the 2012 series, but I'm okay with that. I think it works pretty well, and the general things that make the 2003 designs so good for me are present here, so I'm pretty satisfied, you know? And I definitely like the fact that they have white pupils. I think that's definitely one of the things that makes it work so well and reminds me of the 2003 series so much. Because I think the Rise of the TMNT have pupils, if I remember correctly. The 2012 obviously have pupils. I think even the 1987 have pupils. I think the only ones out of the live action, well, not live action, but like incarnations of the TMNT in cartoon form, only the 2003 didn't have pupils. But yeah, I don't know. I think I already said earlier how this feels very much like a Batman movie that just kind of has the Turtles in it rather than a true crossover, and that's still very much how I feel about it, because I feel like the Batman characters are done far more justice than the Turtles are, in my opinion anyway. But yeah, I feel like the movie just doesn't really feel too interesting to me. Maybe because I've seen reactions to it before, so that has kind of killed any excitement I could have had. But I think it's just there isn't much to it. Like, there is some brutality to it and goriness, and I do like that, but I feel like it doesn't really commit to it enough to where it's part of the aesthetic and it's part of why it's so entertaining. I feel like the writing is not really there. I feel like it's kind of maybe a little bit too fan wonky, and it's clearly not fan wonky for my age of a fan. Like, it's definitely more of a movie for like people 10 years older than me, like the Blind Wave guys, who I told you I watched the reactions of to this movie. They enjoyed it, and it definitely feels like a movie geared more towards them, not necessarily fans that are my age. And if you didn't know, I'm 22. But yeah, I don't know. I just ultimately don't really feel particularly about this movie in neither a positive or a negative way. So I definitely won't say that it's a bad movie. I think It's structured fine. It's has pretty good action, pretty good jokes, pretty good characters, pretty cool visuals. But yeah, I don't know, there's just something about it that is really missing for me. And I can't really put it in towards exactly what it is, because I myself don't really know. I think the biggest reason why I didn't enjoy that much is definitely because I've seen the reactions, but there's just certain like heart, for lack of a better term, that is just kind of missing from this. It's kind of I guess a similar experience to what I had with the first two movies in the 90s trilogy, where they definitely have their exciting moments and everything, but unlike the third one, they didn't really have any of the heart or the things that kind of make me give a shit. I didn't really feel invested in this movie, I guess, is another way to put it. Whereas for like the third movie in the 90s trilogy, I know people consider it the worst or whatever, but I kind of enjoyed it the most because it kind of gave me a reason right off the bat why I should give a shit about it, you know? And yeah, another reason why I'm not really into it might be because I just am, for whatever reason, a fucking contrarian when it comes to literally anything. And I swear to God, it's not intentional. Like, I'm not trying to actively take the opposite opinion. I might be when it comes to, like, reviews and stuff, but when it comes to reactions and how I feel about the shows or movies that I cover, I don't actively want to be in the minority opinion or whatever. Like, it's kind of fun sometimes to, like, think about it from that perspective. That's why I'm saying in reviews you might see me have that opinion, but even then it still stems from the fact that that's just how I felt usually. And in the case of this, I know most people have enjoyed this quite a lot even, but yeah, it's just really kind of not my thing. There are aspects of it that I enjoyed, like I think it's very clear which moments of this movie were really fun to me and which weren't. Probably my favorite moment was definitely that moment where Leonardo saw his brothers die in that vision. That was the most I cared about anything that was happening. And it was the most visually interesting as well. I feel like if the movie kind of leaned into it more, I think it would have been good, because it's already doing some really brutal stuff. I'm not saying they necessarily should have went as far as something like goddamn Invincible or whatever, because Invincible wasn't a thing still back then. But I feel like they kind of half-assed it in that regard, and I feel like they could have done more with it, you know? But yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily like hate this movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just kind of don't give a shit about it, you know? And I am truly, truly sorry if you guys are disappointed in my reaction with this, but I hope that you prefer me giving my honest opinion and honest reaction rather than faking it for the sake of you guys liking me or for the sake of views or whatever. Because I do not fake my reactions. I do not fake my opinions. This is exactly how I feel about it. So hopefully you're not gonna just dislike this video or hate me just because I don't like it. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. If it's any consolation, I do expect that I'm gonna like the Rise of the TMNT movie. So there's that. It will be really annoying for me as well if I also don't end up liking that one. But maybe TMNT just doesn't really work in movie form for me. Who knows? And in terms of a rating, I guess I'm going to give this one an 8.4 out of 10. Like I said, unlike the 90s movies, the first two, I don't think this is actually a bad movie. I just genuinely do not think I really vibe with it that much. Like I said, there's aspects of it that I like, but it feels too much like a generic DC animated movie for my liking. And I'm not saying that those movies are necessarily bad or I wouldn't enjoy them if I actually watched them, because I probably would. and I've thought about doing some of those, but that's just kind of how it feels. It just feels like a generic DC movie rather than a true epic crossover between those two amazing cartoons. But yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think about this movie? Comment those down below. Let's have a discussion about this. And also, before ending this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 5 patrons on Patreon. Deadpool, Corby Dead, Edzap123, Soap93160, and Tia Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you've decided to support me. You've continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not already know. That will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do in my videos. That thing being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman, though I am unsure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people. But that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country, with a family that won't really ever accept the fact that I'm trans if they ever found out, it's not really feasible or easy for me to transition here with minimal to no repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me. So if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's okay. Don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me get out of this situation. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Coffee account where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!